Hello, this is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com, and today we're going to be looking at the ReadyTac Tactical IFAK. Now, we did review a few different medical kits on this channel before, but there's a very specific reason of why I'm interested in reviewing this one. At the very baseline, the guy who runs this company is a friend of mine. He's a really nice dude. They're based out of California, and anytime we're able to support the people behind enemy lines, I think is a very valuable thing to be able to do. But most importantly, I want to give you a background of his personal background in the medical world, and it being the reason why I'm interested in making a video on this particular trauma kit. Now, like what I mentioned is we have reviewed things in the past in regards to different medical kits. However, a lot of the people that were making those kits, there was nothing wrong with those kits. Those kits were great, but they're coming at the perspective of being in the military. And the military needs versus the civilian needs might be different when it comes to what they're actually going to carry on them. So if, God forbid, we're more likely to be dealing with active shootings, then there might be more of one item than we might need than more than the other, because we're going to be in a different type of environment. So hopefully that makes sense. And what I want to do is just go through kind of a quick background in regards to who he is and what it came to be when it came to putting together this kind of kit. So to start off, he was working as an EMS for 18 years before he started opening up this company. And after that, he was starting off working in a 911 response, working in Morristown, New Jersey. He was actually dealing with level 1 trauma in a center in Beverly Hills for 14 years. So after dealing with EMS and after working as a 911 response, he was also dealing with 14 years of being an actual trauma 1 center. So he was dealing with all the things that came out of California, and they're responding to it being in the hospital. So these are people that are literally dealing with day-to-day street activity, and now are appearing in the hospital for different types of trauma. And this is kind of where his knowledge built up. After that, he opened up his medical company, and what that does is supplying medical equipment like this piece right over here. And this was kind of designed and suited for those kind of people. So dealing with people who are on patrol, like patrol officers, or if you're a first responder, or if you're a guy who carries EDC and maybe you have a base of where you keep your equipment, this is kind of what this was designed for. So without further ado, we're going to go to the tabletop. We'll take a better look at the equipment inside of this and give you a better understanding of why he put all this equipment together and why this might be a very good option for you if you're a regular everyday person. Okay, so here we are at the tabletop, and I'm going to preface, like I did for the other videos, I am not a medical professional, so I know there's already some things in here that I'm not super familiar with in regards to how they work, but it doesn't mean that it's not obviously a very good kit, and there's plenty for all of us to be able to learn in regards to advancing our knowledge and medical skills. It's not just firearms. Having medical equipment is extremely, extremely important, and that's going to be a part of the value of having a kit like this. It's going to have what you know and what you might already know and what you need, as well as also being able to have plenty of space to learn and advance yourself in what you might have. So definitely keep that in mind when we go through this. So the first thing that came in the package, which I think is great, is a stop the bleed paper, which he includes inside of it. And what it is just kind of like a very quick reminder in regards to how bleeding control works and how a tourniquet works, wound packing, stuff like that. It's like a very valuable thing I think to have, is just an additional reminder of how things run. And then when it comes to the kit itself, it's set up very creatively, where it's set up based on priority. So right outside on the front of it, before you even enter the bag, so you don't need to open anything, there's a tourniquet right over here. Now this piece is actually removable, so if you want to store it somewhere else, you're able to just unsnap this piece right over here and unwind it, and then you can just put this wherever you want. But it's attached to the bag on the side, so if you wanted one piece attached kit, it's right over here. The tourniquet's open, and once you open this over here, you might notice something. It's coming pre-staged. Now that's a very big important detail, because a lot of times when you get a kit, people might not realize that it oftentimes comes with, it's set up like this. The way it's set up and the way it's sent to me was that it's open like this, so right when you take it out, it's immediately ready to be used, which I think is a very, very valuable thing, because I think some people who might not have a lot of tourniquet training might not realize how valuable that actually is. And then right behind that, there is medical shears, so if you need to remove any articles of clothing, it's right over there, as well as also the permanent marker. So this is like the most basic of basic trauma kits you're able to get, but it's attached to the main trauma kit and immediately ready to use. So I love the fact that it's off to the side, it's ready to be used, and you're able to decide if you want to remove it and mount it somewhere else. It all comes a part of that. In the back of the actual bag itself over here, you can see that this is actually also removable. So some people might want to keep this in their vehicle, and the way this works is that you could take these loops and put it behind the headrest of your car, and then if you ever need it, you grab this tab right over here, and you should pull it apart, and then it's going to remove from the back of your headrest. So it makes it a quick and easy way, again, to be able to have quick access to your kit, depending on the configuration and where you want to be able to set it up. So again, I love that it's already set up that way. Now getting into the main bag, we're going to open it up. clamshell design, which I like also because once it opens up, you have full access to all your stuff right away. So if it was just a bag that you have to reach in, it makes it more difficult to see what you have and know what you're working with. What I'm going to do is we're going to go part by part. So I'm going to go through this section first and then the second section separately, but we'll do a pause in the middle to make sure I keep everything organized. Another thing I'll point out with everything that he has here is everything is labeled, which I think is very important as well, because when you grab a bag, you want to know what's inside of it. So this bag, 4 pairs of gloves. Again, some people just include 1 pair. I love that the fact that there's 2, either if you want to double up, or if one of them ripped, which is obviously very common, it comes with non-latex 4 pairs of gloves in this little bag. Love it. Over here, you have the Mylar blanket, which again is very often used for shock. So after a person gets shot or things like that, they're losing a lot of blood and shock as well. That's all going to be able to be included in needing something like this. So that's going to be over there. Over here, you could use this for wound packing, I believe. And something I learned from last time, which when I made the video on the previous medical kit, is that this line over here is apparently able to be picked up on x-rays or MRIs, I believe. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm making sure I'm giving you guys as best information as I can. But the reason why that's valuable is that if someone wound packed it, they could tell if they left any of this inside the body, which is good to be able to be removed. Quick clot. This is something that's able to help control bleeding. So when you put it in, it's kind of like a chemical agent that helps the blood clot faster, so it reduces the amount of bleeding they might have. This is great in combination with the use of a tourniquet and packing that in. So this is also really great. And then behind that is an Israeli 4-inch trauma dressing. So what this does is after you wound pack, you wrap this around and it keeps everything in place, and it makes it very simple to be able to use. It also means that you won't need to keep constant pressure. So if you're in a situation that you needed to wound pack, you wound pack it, wrap it, and then you can leave and go to the next person, or start immediately evacuating the person from that area. So instead of needing to have constant pressure, this makes it that you don't need to deal with that anymore. Moving over to the next side, we have this area over here. This is an NPA, so it's able to go into your nose and it helps with breathing. Now, a part of, again, some of the kits that I've used in the past, they did not include a lubricant. It's always valuable when they include a lubricant because you don't want to just start stuffing this in someone's face. This is a water-based lubricant, and again, it comes all pre-bagged, so that's ready to go. Over here, again, everything being labeled. I love the fact that it's really organized. It makes it much easier to read. So in this bag, we have alcohol prep pads, antibiotic ointment, burn gel, cleansing towelettes, hydrocortisone, sanitizing wipes, and sting relief. Again, before you even need to open up the bag, you'll know that you could just grab the bag and see if the thing that you need for that scenario is there or not, and then you immediately know that it's ready for you. Next, we have over here, we have a butterfly bandage, liquid bandage, metal tweezers, a 1x3 bandage, 4 of them, 2x4.5 bandages, 4 of them, fingertip bandage, 4 of them, and knuckle bandages, 4 of them. Those are also great because those are like specialty bandages, which you might not always have access to, and having them is obviously very nice and very convenient to be able to use. Again, everything pre-bagged, really nicely organized, and with all the information right there in front. Going on over here, here's another part that's really valuable. 2 tourniquets. So they have one that's pre-packaged over here and then one that has immediate access to be able to use. The reason why that's so amazing is because, again, a lot of kits might include only 1 tourniquet, and you might realize that if you're dealing with multiple people that have gotten shot, or you have a person who's quite large that's gotten shot, you might need more than 1 tourniquet to be able to make sure to stop the bleeding. So being able to have 2 tourniquets automatically included, and they're both cat tourniquets, right? So it's not like a SWAT tourniquet where it's more difficult to wrap or requires you to train differently. They're 2 of the same tourniquets that are used properly, and they're properly known good brands to be able to actually use. So 2 tourniquets that are included in the kit, and then a second pair of medical shears, right? So we have 2 pairs. We have the one over here and the one over here. So doubling up on priorities, which are obviously very important. Over here, you actually have a CPR mask, which, by the way, a part of his company, the reason why it's called CPR Ready, is you're also able to hire them to come to your house, and they're able to train everyone that you know, your family. If you have a school of people that are interested in learning, this kit includes a CPR mask, and they're able to train you on how to use it CPR, both for like obviously children, infants, and then adults. So that's included as a CPR mask that's over there. Over here, this is going to be the part that I'll admittedly openly say I'm not fully aware of all the medical supplies that are in here. I know the glucose paste is for people who are having a diabetic emergency. That's going to be a packet over there. And then there's a bunch of other medications, including like aspirin and things like that, that will be able to help with different scenarios. So this is something that I'm going to learn for myself a little bit more on. But again, I'll pause that if you want to be able to take a look at it. That's the medical equipment in regards to medications that are included. And you see how, again, this section is here. It's labeled medication. They're all labeled in regards to what they are. So this is wound care. See that? And then medications over here, all really nicely labeled. And then the last thing over here, which again I think is really important, is chest seals. These are proper chest seals, the twin packet chest seals, the compact. It has 2 of them, right? So for an entry and exit wound, you have proper chest seals that are able to close off the body and make sure that the breathing of the person's lungs don't collapse. Again, a very, very important part of any medical kit to be able to have hyphen vent chest seals. So to kind of wrap up based on the things we were speaking about, and the reason why I was very excited to put this video together is that this is put together by a person who their entire career was based on trauma in the regular civilian world. It's not military background, it's not anything specialty. What it is, well, specialty, obviously dealing with a trauma room is a specialty, but we're dealing with people that on a regular day basis have regular day traumas. Now, the reason why that's great is because he's using his experience based on everything he saw in the ER and working with 911 to be able to put this kit together. As an example, I have never opened up a trauma kit that was dealing with medications for diabetics, right? Or just being able to have a glucose boost, right? Those are things that are often not seen in a trauma kit, but it is seen for someone who works on an ambulance, and it is seen someone who works in a trauma center, because those are things that are clearly very valuable. So this was a very carefully thought out kit of being able to put together things that are necessities that might not be in regular trauma kits, but it's fully packed up with everything you need, including 2 full sets of like kind of trauma equipment that you're able to use. So 2 sets of tourniquet, 2 sets of shears, and being able to have 4 pairs of gloves, like all those basic things that you might want to get in a regular trauma kit that won't be included. So for the price, for the layout, for the amount of equipment that's included in this kit, I feel like it's a very valuable thing for like the regular everyday guy who wants to have one solid kit that has everything you need for every kind of emergency in regards to more intense trauma and equipment. I think this is very valuable to be able to look into. You could check them out at OneKit. I also have their website over here. That's going to be if you want to be able to check out any of their training, if you want to be able to do any of their CPR classes, especially if you're based in Los Angeles. I think that's a very valuable thing to be able to look at, and it's something very important, especially if you're a parent, to be able to learn about infant CPR and all that kind of stuff. Again, super important. So I'll leave all the information for them in the description below if you want to check them out, as well as if you're watching this on Instagram, I'm going to tag their account so you'll be able to look at their account directly. Feel free to reach out to him if you have any questions and see the equipment. By the way, also another thing he has on his website, which I think is very valuable, is if you're a house of worship, if you're a church or anything like that, they are able to have full kits that are meant for mass trauma. So multiple tourniquets and multiple chest seals, things that you'd want in any house of worship or a school. Those are going to be things that you could look at as well. That's included on the website. So if you have any questions on this, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com. Thank you for watching.